You're not broken, you're not stuck. You're wired to survive, not thrive. But here's the news, your brain can be rewired. You can literally build new neural pathways and rebuild yourself. Let me show you exactly how. If you guys are new to the YouTube channel, my name is Josh McCauley. I'm an online fitness and sobriety coach, helping those go through addiction of cocaine, alcohol, gambling, all of the above. Today we're gonna be covering how to rewire your brain, the truth about building new neural pathways. If you haven't yet, please subscribe, please hit the like button, comment, whether it's positive or negative. I'm always looking to learn. I'm looking for feedback. So thank you guys for tuning in. Let's get into the video. So welcome to part one of the video. We are going to be covering what are neural pathways. And neural pathways are the things that form when we do things like think or act. And the more you repeat a behavior, like grab a drink when you're stressed or scroll when you're bored, the stronger that bond forms. A good analogy for this is like carving a trail in the forest. If you do it enough times, it becomes a highway. And what it means is these patterns don't mean that your brain is weak. It means your brain is more efficient. It wants to save energy. It doesn't know the difference between good and bad habits. Neural pathways only remember what has happened before. It repeats itself. For me, growing up, every time there were arguments in my household, I would go in my room and drink. I found comfort. I was angry. I was stressed. I found comfort in that. Anytime I had a problem in my life, I drank. I found comfort in that. And that continued, and it got worse and worse. The more I did it, the stronger the relationship I had with that substance. And it only carved me deeper and deeper and created huge issues. But hopefully that touched base on what neural pathways are. Let's get to the next video. Stop talking about myself. All right, thanks you guys for sticking with me. We are at part two, how addiction hijacks the brain. You use substances like cocaine, alcohol, gambling, your chemicals in your body like dopamine spike way up here. And when you consistently use it enough times, your neural pathways get used to it, and that becomes your new norm. It gets to a point where you feel like you need it for survival. That's why it's so hard to quit. So here's how you break it down. You've got the drug and you've got you. The more you use it, you keep making more bonds, getting stronger and stronger. So when you go to stop, you have all these bonds built within you, and it makes it extremely hard to start breaking all of these. You go one day sober, then you go back, break it in. Those bonds keep building up, and it makes it extremely difficult to stop. But here's the thing, you're not just addicted to the drug, you're addicted to the pattern that your brain has built around it. Specifically with cocaine for me, I started using it every single weekend. So when I wanted to go out and drink, I couldn't do it without getting a bag every single time. And then I'd have a stressful day at work and I got it on a Thursday. So every time I became stressed on a Thursday, I would get it. And it became a routine that was extremely hard to stop. And that kept building and building up until I couldn't break those bonds. The thing that makes it so difficult is it can be great. It can make you feel temporarily good when you have a stress, when you feel sad. But that bond being built and that connection being built is dangerous, and it makes it harder and harder to break. But enough of this. Thank you guys for staying tuned. But let's go to part three and see how you can change your brain. If you can. So part three of this video, we're gonna be talking about neuroplasticity. Your brain can change. You are able to build new connections. Neuroplasticity is your brain's ability to form new connections. I'm gonna break down neuroplasticity in simple terms. So every time you resist a bad or old habit, you take away a connection. So that could be resisting using on a Thursday night or resisting that cheat meal. So every time you resist a bad habit, it breaks a connection that you have with your substance. And every time you do a healthy habit, it builds a new connection with you and a healthy thing. So if you want to eat on your diet, every time you eat healthy, it builds that new connection. And the key idea of it is the more you do something in your favor, so in a healthy way, the more you will lean towards that. And the stronger the connections you will build in your brain. It might be really hard to stop going out on a Thursday night. But if you do it 1 week, it weakens that bond. And if you stay in on that Thursday and you eat a healthy meal, it strengthens that bond. And your brain picks up on things like that. Put it in comparison, it's like stepping off a highway and building a new dirt road in a different direction. First, it's rough, but keep walking, and soon it becomes the new default. That is how healing happens. That is how transformation happens. For me, getting sober, I stopped hanging out with negative friends. I stopped going out to the bars. I started going to CrossFit. I started talking about my problems. I started journaling. A combination of those things, when you have different things that you do, those are wins in your favor. Those are building new neural pathways that are wired within your brain. Finally, the last part of the video you've all been waiting for, part four, how to rewire your brain. I'm gonna give you 5 ways to do it. One biggest thing is awareness. Being aware of your triggers. Journal. Talk about exactly what you're feeling. Know what the bad habits, the bad people you're hanging out with, the places you shouldn't be going. As long as you are aware of them, it makes it a lot easier to avoid or navigate situations. Number two, you have to replace the pattern. Replace your bad habit. So if you get done work and every time after work you go and pick up a bag, you go and pick up a drink, maybe go to the gym, maybe go on a walk, maybe find a friend to play pickleball with, but you have to replace that habit, that pattern. Number three, speak a new identity. This is being confident in your sobriety. When you're out at a bar and someone asks you if you want to drink, say, no, I don't drink, not I'm trying to quit. Because when you say you're trying to quit, it's in a negative connotation. When you say I don't drink, you identify as someone who's not drinking anymore. You're done with that. That is in your past. This is a small one, but it is huge. When you speak what you want to become into existence, it will happen. Number four is repeat relentlessly. Because you can do it when you're motivated, but are you going to do it when you're discouraged, when you're down? You have to build that routine and show up every single day and protect your sobriety with your life. You have to do it on the days you don't want to. Five, create an environment for growth. That could be who you're living with. Do you have positive things on social media? Don't follow a bunch of drug pages. Follow something that will inspire you, maybe business pages. I was living with my fraternity brothers. I had to get out of that environment. This is a huge one. A lot of people get out of rehab, they learn all of these great things, but they're thrown back in the same environment and they fail within a year. 85% of people relapse within the first year at rehab because of this. Thank you guys for tuning in. Just remember, you don't need to be the person you were yesterday. It takes one small step forward to become a new person. And I'm still not the person that I want to be. I work towards it every single day, and that is what I write down in the morning. I write who I want for my future self. I want to be a great father. I want to have beautiful kids. I want to have a beautiful wife. And I write that down every single morning, and I don't forget it, because that is my reason to live. You guys are my reason to live. That's my purpose, is helping others, providing what I can for others, and following God. I hope you guys found this information useful. Please subscribe if you haven't. Please keep tuning in. Like, comment, tell your friends about me. We are growing. We're going to the top. I appreciate every single one of you guys' support. DM me START if you want one-on-one coaching or learn more about what I offer. I also offer fitness. So thanks, guys.